on the things. These trout are just nice, man. These are just nice trout.
Need the pliers?
Pliers there somewhere along the line.
Right under your foot?
Oh, right under my feet.
I get it for you.
Thanks.
Hold still, Mr. Trout.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Nice little trout. Nice. Now his fin's been clipped, so he's a stock trout.
Right. Came out of the hatchery.
Yeah. Again, what we're doing, again, it's a cacophony of fish here. You know, just a ton of different fish. Again, we're just going from one transition area to another, going back and forth. Now we've come from riprap to grass beds. Now we got some wood laying in the. So every time we come through another transition, we catch another set of fish.
There's some more.
And now for a closer look at today's tackle, Delaware Valley Outdoors presents the Tackle Box. For more information about the tackle used on today's show, go to DelawareValleyOutdoors.com.
Well, Roy, we're here at the Tackle Box section of the show, and Merrill Creek is a fantastic area. I mean, you got an abundance of fish in there. This time of the year, you could probably use some other baits, but right now, this time of the year, we really wanted to concentrate on the smallmouth and bringing them up, and largemouth too. But the jerkbait is probably one of the best baits at this time of the year to use. Tell me about this bait and why you like it.
Well, the color, first off, the chartreuse. Well, everyone should know chartreuse is the smallmouth's favorite color. At least the anglers believe so, and I'm one of them. The red on it, well, they say it initiates the strike, it gives them an incentive, it triggers them. So I chose that. The depth that it actually, it's a suspending jerkbait. It suspends at about 4 feet below the surface, and that's definitely a plus for myself. With a lot of the wood that we have here, a lot of the vegetation, I don't want it going down and getting lost or getting caught. I want it to skitter right along across the top of all that. That seems to bring the fish out of their hiding spots, whether it be rock or whatever, and they'll strike it.
Right, and the size of this one, again, it was about 4 inches. It's a little smaller one because I've had a bigger one on, and this smaller one seemed to really trigger the strikes on the fish today.
They're smallmouth, not largemouth.
Right.
Yes, they might occasionally hit a larger one, but most of the time I've noticed when they do go for the larger one, it's a glancing blow, like they're trying to stop it in its tracks, and hopefully they'll come back and hit it a second time. This one being a little smaller, it seems that when they come at it with one intention, that's to swallow it.
Okay. Now this little thing worked real well today too. This is a little crankbait, and again, your favorite color, chartreuse. What kind of bait do we have here?
That's a bomber, and it's a very shallow diving bomber. I'd say it goes down 2 to 3 feet with the light line, of course. I'm using braided line, which has a neutral buoyancy. It doesn't sink. Some people think it floats, but it doesn't. It gives the crankbait all the action that was designed in the crankbait. It allows it the free movement. And of course, being what it is, braided line, I can throw it around the wood, the rocks or whatever. It doesn't get all braided. It doesn't snap. I don't lose it. When I set the hook, I've set the hook. I use that size and that size alone when I'm out here for these smallmouth because, like I said, I want him to grab it and get the whole thing in his mouth. It's kind of hard. They're a strong, feisty fish. They want to jump. They want to fight. They want to shake their heads. I want to get both sets of hooks in his mouth.
And this is a great bait to throw around the riprap that we have out here.
Definitely.
It just comes off of that. Again, it sort of looks like a bait fish or something that comes out there. The fish are standing here waiting to go up, and they'll hit it. All right. We always got to talk about one of these. So.
Yep.
But this June bug is your favorite color for this lake?
Yep. At this time of the year, definitely. It's in purple. I call it a purple. It's a June bug. It has, qualities. One thing, this is very clear water. And rule of thumb is use natural colors for clear water. I have found it not to be as effective as I go into some of the purples, the darker blacks and blues, and the darker colors. It seems to trigger them more for me. So it's one of my favorites.
Now, do you favor wacky rigging this, like in the middle, or do you just Texas rig it, or what?
If I'm going for largemouth, most of the time it's wacky rigging, jerky rig, whatever you want to call it. If I'm going for smallmouth, I would not use the 5-inch so much as I would go to the 4 or the 3, and then I want to text pose it. And if I go for other species, depending on the size of their mouth and their characteristics on how they take the bait. A smallmouth is not the fish that a largemouth. A largemouth seems to suck in its bait, where the smallmouth tends to bite onto it. He couldn't get it all in his mouth with the hook. I'd rather have a Texas. So if he comes up from behind it and grabs it, I've got him.
And last but not least, one of my favorite baits is the spinnerbait, and especially you like these colors for this clear water. Am I correct?
Yes, most definitely. People say, oh, okay, chrome, nickel, whatever. I find in very clear water, very shiny blades, I get less bites, less strikes, less commitments than I do when I use copper or gold colored blades. It seems that it doesn't scare them off because in this clear water, that silver even blinds me from depths when it's flashing.
When it's sunny, yes.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to keep them leery or have them take a second look at it. This represents more of the kind of reflection they would get off of a live bait fish, a shiner, a brim. Let them go for it.
Now, this is one right out of the box here. This is a war eagle, did you say?
Yes, they're war eagles. I prefer the war eagles. I've used other spinner baits, but war eagle has treated me right. They seem to last. They hold up. I haven't had a problem with trying to have to retune them after 6 or 7 bangs on the riprap.
You can get these tore up pretty easy.
Oh, yeah.
And size-wise, 3/8, quarter ounce, what's your preference, or doesn't it matter today?
Well, 3/8 generally, as a general rule, is the size I choose. If I were going to try to fish it deeper, I'd go heavier. If I was looking to catch a smaller fish than the one I'm targeting, then I'd go to a smaller weight, smaller blade.
And again, your favorite color here?
Favorite color for smallmouth, chartreuse and white, perfect combination.
And that's the tackle box.
It's a trout taking drag.
You want the net for this?
See, that's what I was talking about. There's some big ones in here.
Kid.
Wow. This joker's taking drag. Come, whoa. Look at the size of that rascal. That's another one of them 20 inches.
Look at the size of that little boy. He hammered that little crankbait, didn't he?
Yep. Come on. Nope, he's going under again.
He ain't going.
Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Woo! No, there he goes, there he goes. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. There he goes, there he goes. He's in the net.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Why, thank you.
Pick that thing up. Oh, look at that. Oh, don't do that.
Please, Mr. Trout, I'm trying to help you. I don't want you to go walking away. Please, calm down. You'd have all your fins. You were born here.
Get him, right? Let me see what you're doing. Ooh.
He has teeth.
Bring that fish up. Let's look at that one. Hey. Boy, Edwards, thank you for bringing me up here. We're catching smallmouth bass, and that's a nice trout.
Why, thank you.
In the same spot. Smallmouth.
All here.
Largemouth. Hey, you got to come up to Merrill Creek and just hang out here and do some fishing. If you got any more questions, go to our website, Delaware Valley Outdoors. Email Roy, and he'll give you all the information about how to do it. Hey, I'm Bob Murray. I'll see you on the water. Woo-hoo, man, that's a dog, son.
Thank you. It's bigger than the other one.
Nice one. Nice one.
Oh, he's off. I saw him.
Yeah, oh, I saw him. I saw him.
Need that second set of hooks.
Yep.
Ooh, that was a big one. That was a nice smallie. Oh, that was a pretty fish.